All right, in this lesson, I'm going to show you how to run the balance sheet for your clients or for yourself. So click on reports and let me just show you how to navigate this section really quick. So you'll notice I have some favorites up here, and anything that you put a star on is going to pop up here in your favorites. So if we come down, we can see all these different report options, and I'm just going to click some randomly. And then now you'll see they're up here in my favorites section. You also can search for reports by name if you know what you're looking for. So if I want to look for the balance sheet, I can do that, and you'll see there's balance sheet, comparison, detail, summary, customer balance summary. So all different options that pop up right there. All right, so I'm going to click on the balance sheet here. Now the balance sheet is a statement in time or a snapshot in time. So unlike the profit and loss, you're going to see as of and a single date listed on your balance sheet because it's not for a period of time. So I typically, depending on what I'm doing, I like to run my balance sheet for all dates if I'm just looking at the transactions for myself, or if I'm delivering my monthly reporting package to the client, I'm going to do the prior month end. So if I do last month, then it's ending on 12/31 and click Run Report. Now, just like the profit and loss lesson, you can change the columns for your balance sheet. You can change the active rows and columns, and you can do comparisons and percentages. Now, you don't have as many options here for what you're doing, but it's enough. All right, you also have these exact same options here to collapse, sort, add notes, edit titles, and to send or export the document. If you click on the gear icon, you can change it, whether it's bigger or smaller, basically, make it more compact. All right, so the balance sheet is going to show you your assets, your liabilities, and your owner's equity. And it's going to show them in that order. So we have assets on the top, and our total assets will always have to equal our total liabilities and owner's equity. Just like the P&L, what are you looking for when you're looking at the balance sheet? So I always want to check my bank balances, right? I want to know how much money I have in the bank. I'm going to check my accounts receivable. I want to know how much money is owed to me. If I want to get into details and know how past due people are or when I can expect that money to come in, that's a different report. We're going to run the accounts receivable aging summary for that. All right, here we can see our inventory. We can see undeposited funds. So if I click on new and bank deposit, what I should see is transactions here that total up to the 2,062.52 in undeposited funds. So we always want to be able to confirm, oh, these are two payments that we've recorded, we've received from the customer, but for some reason haven't taken to the bank yet and deposited. All right, then we have our fixed assets. So we've got a truck on here at original cost, great. We have our accounts payable, which is money that we owe. And again, you can run the accounts payable aging summary to confirm what invoices make up this balance and when they're due and to what vendors. We can see our credit card totals. If we have loans payable or payroll liabilities, sales tax liabilities, all of those will be here. And then finally, we have the equity section. This is a part that gets the most confusing for a lot of people. Opening balance equity, I always want that to have $0 in it. So this happens when you pull in things in QuickBooks, and QuickBooks has to do something with the opening balance. And so you can see there's some bank accounts that got added, and then there's some inventory items that got added as well. And so I always like to clear all of those things out. I don't like to see opening balance equity there. I'd rather go back and record the transactions from the beginning of time, or they're going to end up in either an owner's equity, because if it's money that came from the owner, or retained earnings account. All right, and then you're going to see your net income. So this net income figure comes from the profit and loss report that we ran in the last training. So your net income is going to flow through to the balance sheet. And that's why some people say the balance sheet is actually the most important statement, because it's got a picture of the whole business, right? It's got all of our assets, liabilities, and expenses, which basically tells us, can we afford to stay in business? Do we have enough cash flow to cover our current debts and, pay our open bills? Are we getting enough money in from customers to operate? And then the net income is telling us, are we operating profitably? Are we using that money well in our business? So again, to run your balance sheet, you're just going to click on reports. It probably will be here in your favorite section by default from QuickBooks. Click on balance sheet. You've got the report, and again, just like before, you can toggle between cash and accrual. Always click Run Report to update if you make any changes to these items over here. But again, balance sheet. So my favorite statements to send clients every month, P&L and the balance sheet. And then if they invoice customers, I send the AR aging. And if they enter bills from vendors in QuickBooks, I also send the AP aging reports.